Okay, so now we're gonna learn how to say this, that, these, and those in Spanish. So let's try it out. So there are two ways of saying kind of like this and that. So the first one is near. When something is near from you, you would say esto. Okay, let's practice. Esto, this, esto. And esto is actually neutral. When you don't know what it actually is, when you don't know the gender, you would say esto, this, And if it's female, you would say esta, this, but female. Esta. And if you know the gender is male, you would say este, this. This. So yeah, esto is neutral, you don't know what the gender is, or you can just say esto for anything basically. Esto, yeah. So yeah, if you're in doubt, you can just go for esto. But yes, esto neutral, esta female, este masculine, and they all mean this. And once we get to plural, you will say estos. You basically just add an S. So estos means these, all of these, plural, masculine, or mixed together. Even if you don't know the gender, you would say estos, these, estos. And if all of them, if you want to say these, but they're all female, they're all female, they're all feminine, you would say estas, which means these, but female. Estas. These, but female. Estas. So yes, estos, these, masculine, plural, or mixed, or neutral. If you don't know the gender, go for estos, if it's plural, and estas, if it's female, plural and female. And then we also have the far away ones. When something is far away, we would say that, or those over there. That over there, those over there. So when it's far, you kind of have the same words, except that you remove the T. The same words as from nearby, but without the T. So esto, which is this, becomes eso, that, eso. And neutral, this one is neutral. You don't know the gender, you're like, that thing over there. Eso, that, eso. And esta, this, becomes that. Esa, that. So you basically just remove the T. Then you have ese, that one masculine, ese. And if it's plural, you change from estos to esos. Those, plural, masculine, or mixed. Esos, or neutral. If you don't know the gender, also esos. Esos, those over there. Esos. And if you're referring to something and they're all female, you would say esas, those but female. For example, casas. Casas is female, so you can say esas casas, those houses. Esas casas. So yes, those, esas, plural and female. Esos, those, plural, masculine, mixed. Or even if you don't know the gender, esos. So it's a little complicated, but not so much. It's kind of like the same words. They're very similar to each other. You just change a few letters. Okay, so the first example is esto, which means this. Esto, but the gender is unknown. So something neutral. You don't know what gender it is. So if I look at the picture, I have no idea what it is. So I can just say esto, this. Esto, this thing. Esto, this, but with the gender unknown. And another one can be, ¿qué es esto? What is this? So if you don't know what something is, you can always use this phrase and say, ¿qué es esto? What is this? What's this? ¿Qué es esto? And you can reply, esto es un huevo. This is an egg. Esto es un huevo. So yes, you can either say esto es, or you can say este. Este es un huevo. This is an egg. ¿Qué es esto? Este es un huevo. This is an egg. Or you can also just use esto. Esto es un huevo. Esto. If you want, you can also use esta. Esta es una casa. So yes, esto, you can either say esto or este in this case. And the next one. Esta casa. Esta casa. This house. Esta casa. This house. But in this case, you cannot say esto casa. That doesn't work. Esto casa. It works if you say esto es una casa. This is a house. Esto es una casa. But if you just say esta casa, it's just esta casa. Esto casa doesn't work. So it has to be female. Esta casa. You can say esto es because esto now refers to es. This is. And then whatever it is. Esto es una casa. Because esto will be applying to ser, to the conjugation verb, to es. Okay, and the next one. Esta casa es roja. This house is red. Esta casa es roja. This house is red. If you want to use esto, I don't recommend it, but you would say esto es una casa roja. This is a red house. Esto es una casa roja. But if you just say esta casa, you can say esta casa es roja. This house is red. Esta casa es roja. And the next one. Este té. This tea. Este té. This tea. Este té. Oh, that sounds quite funny. Este té. Este té. Este té. This tea. Try to say it fast. Este té. Este té. And the next one. Este jugo es de naranja. This is an orange juice. Este jugo es de naranja. This is an orange juice. Este jugo es de naranja. Simple. So it's kind of like saying this juice is of orange. That's kind of like the word order, but it means this is an orange juice. The next one. Estos hombres corren. These men run. Estos hombres corren. These men run. Estos hombres corren. And the next one. Estos hombres caminan. Estos, now we're using these. And the past one was also these. Okay, these men walk. Estos hombres caminan. So yes, simple. Estos, these. I think it's quite simple. And now we're going for female, female plural. Estas mujeres nadan. These women swim. Estas mujeres nadan. These women swim. The next one. Estas personas nadan. These people swim. Estas personas nadan. So you might be wondering why personas is not masculine since it's a mixed gender thing, because persona ends with the letter A. So basically the word is female. Esta persona, this person. So persona ends with A, so it's female. Estas personas nadan. Las personas, these people swim. So it's feminine. Personas, feminine. And yeah. So now we just went through these and these, which in English is much more simple because there's only 2 words. In Spanish we have 5, depending on what you're trying to say. And now we're going to the far away ones, which is you just remove the T and it's that. Same thing as this, but you remove the T from esto, and now you have eso, esa, ese, that, esos, esas, those, plural, those, female. Okay, so it's quite simple. You just need some practice. And examples, you also need examples. The first one, Eso. Eso means that. Eso. That. Eso. That thing over there. I don't know the name anymore. I know I've seen it before, but I forgot the name. So you can just say eso, that thing over there, eso. So the thing in the picture, I don't remember what it's called. So you can just say eso, that. It's neutral because you don't know the gender. Eso. And the next one, you can ask, ¿Qué es eso? What is that? ¿Qué es eso? What is that? ¿Qué es eso? And you can reply, eso es un perro. That is a dog. Eso es, that is, un perro. A dog. You can also say, ese es un perro. That is a dog. But yeah, but if somebody says, ¿Qué es eso? You can always reply with eso. Eso es un perro, eso es una casa, eso es. Because they ask you, ¿Qué es eso? What is that? Okay. And the next one. Esa niña come cereal. That girl eats cereal. Esa niña come cereal. That girl eats cereal. So simple. Esa niña, that girl, come, from to eat, comer. The third conjugation, she eats, ella come, cereal, cereal. So you have the conjugation on the right side. And the next one, esa cosa, that thing. Esa cosa, that thing. And if you know what it is, you know it's a cable, you can just say ese cable, that cable, masculine. Ese cable. The word for cable is cable, is the same word but with a Spanish accent. Ese cable. But if you just want to say thing, the word for thing is cosa. Esa cosa. That thing. Esa cosa. The next example. Ese gato. That cat. Ese gato. That cat. So this one is simple. Ese gato. The next one. Ese perro duerme. That dog sleeps. Ese perro duerme. That dog sleeps. Ese perro duerme. And the next one. Esos hombres juegan. Those men play. So now we're going for plural words. Plural phrases. Esos hombres juegan. Those men play. Esos hombres, those men, juegan, they play. The next one. Esas naranjas. Those oranges. Esas naranjas. Naranjas is female. Naranja is female. Naranjas, it's plural and female. So you can say those oranges. Esas naranjas. And another one. Esas mujeres caminan. Those women walk. Esas mujeres caminan. Those women walk. So that's it for this one. It's a long lesson and you can check out the Quizlet and practice. So as always, thanks for watching. So now it's your turn to practice Spanish. You can find the lessons Quizlet by going into the lecture resources folder. Thanks for watching.